Hello and welcome back to Just Code It. Today we're going to be taking a look at orchestration agents, their multi-agent design pattern in LangGraph and other agent frameworks. There are a few different types of orchestration agents. I have them down here. We got sequential, concurrent, group chat, handoff, and magentic. I have a description in how you do them, but today we're going to be taking a look at sequential. Let's first just start off by taking a look at the finished app. The app does is takes in a topic and then generates a report given the topic. How it does this is it gives it information on how to structure the report, how to research or come up with the writing. And here we have the planner, the writer, and the compiler, but mostly it's just the planner and the writer in this framework. This is the report that it comes up with after it's all said and done. This can be useful when you're creating a deep research agent. Almost every deep research agent is going to have a planner, a writing coordinator, but it's also going to have a researcher in there. That's the major difference. A researcher will recursively research and come up with new ideas based off of information it comes back. But for now, we're going to do a simple one with just a planner and a writing coordinator. Go back up to the top though and get going on actually coding this thing. We're going to do our imports, and then we're going to create our initial state, which has topic, section, section draft, and final report. The topic is, as you would guess, the topic. The section will be a list of section titles, and then the section draft will be the section titles and the content for the section. Finally, the final report is when that's all put together and we get the final outcome or the final report. Run that. Moving on, we are first going to use Ollama, but if you want this to run faster, you can use OpenAI, or here I'm using OpenRouter. If you're using Ollama, it does take a while to run because you're doing a lot of different calls to the LLM. Another way you can actually speed it up, it doesn't really work that well with Ollama, but it can work with APIs, is do asynchronously. If you go to the GitHub, I have a asynchronous example of this exact same thing, but asynchronously. I'm just not doing it in this video because I wanted to keep it short. The planner agent really is focused around this planner prompt or planning prompt where we're going to tell it it's a report planning expert and then its logic here and an example for it. Finally, after creating that prompt, we're going to do LLM invoke and create a human message with the content as the planner prompt. After we get that response back, we're then going to split it by we're going to iterate over each line and content split, and we're going to split on each new line. And this is going to create our sections. After creating those states, we're then going to return our new sections into the state, and then sections is going to be set to sections. Drafts we do not have yet because that's with the writer. Run that. Now we have our sections, or in other words, an outline for our writer to use. This planner agent now just gave us, with this return, the sections, or in other words, a outline for our writing agent to use. Next, we're going to have a write section. This takes in a title and a topic and writes it. Up top here, we have just a simple heuristic to set the focus and the tone. Another way you could do this, though, that would be actually more dynamic and probably a bit better, would be to use an LLM, take in the title and the topic and pass it into an LLM with a bit of a prompt and have it come up with the focus and the tone for it. And you could have it return it as a JSON object. For simplicity's sake, we're just going to hard code it here. After that, we're going to then create our prompt, which our prompt is going to take in our topic, our section title, and our focus and our tone, and create a pretty little prompt with it. After our prompt is created, we're then going to create another human message with the content writer prompt and invoke off of it, getting a response. Then we're going to return that response as response.content.strip. This is just a helper function though. We're not actually returning a state. As you can see up here, no state input. Now we're going to actually create our writing coordinator. Our writing coordinator is going to take in the state, is going to grab the topic and the section, Section draft is going to be an empty dictionary, and then we're going to iterate over the sections and use that write section method above, that little helper function, to write each section. After we create the section, we're then going to use section title is set to section content in that dictionary. After that, we're going to create our draft, where the section draft is going to be set to the section draft that we just created, that dictionary object. Now we can run that. Now we have our writing coordinator done. Next up, we have our compiler agent. This compiler agent does not compile the graph, it compiles the report. What it does is it deconstructs the state, it grabs the topic, grabs each section, and grabs the section headers. After it grabs all the information it needs, it creates a final report content, and then it's just going to have it start with the header 1 and the topic. After creating that little final report, we're then going to start appending stuff to it, creating the full final report. We do this by iterating over each section and checking to see if the title is in the section draft. If it is, we then grab the section title and the section graph section title. So getting the information from that dictionary, and then we're appending it to the final report with header 2. Last but not least, we set the state variable final report to final report content and move on to the next one, where we're going to compile the graph. The graph is going to be constructed of a planner, a writing coordinator, and a compiler. These are our nodes, as you can see on the right, and then our entry point is planner. Our edge is planner to writing coordinator to compiler, compiler to end. Finally, we compile. Then we print the graph. Even down a bit more, we have our generate report. What this does is it generates a report, believe it or not. It creates the initial state with a topic and a section set to an empty list, drafts set to an empty dictionary, and final report set to an empty string. Then it grabs our app and invokes the initial state, and we're going to set debug to true. After it gets the result, it's just going to return the final report for us. We can run that. Now we can finally actually run the full app. Here we have our topic, artificial intelligence on healthcare, generate report for this topic. Then we're going to actually call the generate report and print it. Takes a bit of time to actually run because it's actually calling a few times. But here you can see report. We have impact on healthcare. Yep. And then we have our first header, introduction and background as our second. We have the current state, and then we have future state, healthcare, and a bunch of other stuff all the way down to the end. But that is it. Some things that you could do to make this a bit more interesting is I'll just show you the orchestrator when it is using the async. If you want to use async, you just make each one of these with async in the front, which would allow you to actually run it a bit faster. It doesn't run much faster when you're using Ollama. If you were to use OpenAI or OpenRouter, it should be a bit faster. They're better at handling concurrent requests than just your single computer running Ollama. But that is it for this orchestrator example on a report generator. That is it for this example of a multi-agent orchestration. Let me know if you would like me to go into any of these other orchestration agent designs where you have concurrent, group chat, handoff, and magentic. But if you do not, we will be moving on to another agent design pattern, which is evaluator optimizer next time. Please comment down below if you have any questions. GitHub link is in the description. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time.